the M16, one of my favorite guns in the game. But unfortunately, it's a little bit of an unloved child, and it's sort of just left on the floor 90% of the time by you guys, but it can be a viable weapon. The M16 is not a weapon for everyone, but it can be a monster if you learn how to use it. After using the M16 a lot, I can tell you the burst fire is not worth it. The kill time is too slow, and the burst is incredibly hard to control at longer distances, so do not use that burst mode, as it can be outdone by nearly every other gun in the game. The single fire, on the other hand, well, that can be mastered. If you're able to shoot quickly while controlling the recoil, this gun turned into a little bit of a monster. The M16 should not be used at long range. It's not a DMR or a sniper, but at medium range, this gun has a chance to be a monster in the right hand. You got to make sure the attachments for these guns you are using either the 3 times or the 6 times, at least on console. It's the easiest to control the recoil out, and you can zoom that recoil all the way in with the 6 times scope, making it easier to learn how to spam and hold the recoil, definitely at medium ranges. Also make sure you have that stock. It's a lot easier to control the recoil with that stock, but with just 2 attachments, this gun can become one of the most viable guns in the game if you learn how to use it. Learning the M16 takes skill. You must be able to use your trigger finger while controlling recoil. Now, people always ask me, how do I shoot single fire guns so quickly? How do you do it, Nacho? Well, the truth is, I do nothing special. I've just learned how to click my finger quickly. As you can see on the screen right now, I'm just holding the controller as I normally would, pressing the trigger fast, you know? You got to get used to this. If you can't do this, this gun might not be for you. There's many ways you can learn to shoot your finger fast. Mostly it's just by practice. If you're struggling to learn your trigger finger, try learning it in very small bursts. This may seem a bit weird, but it allows you to control your recoil a bit better and have a better spray in the long run. If you're using this gun just over medium range, you might want to take your time just a little bit more on the shots. As easy as it is to aim with the M16, sometimes it's just a little bit too far, and you got to remember, this gun isn't a DMR. With the new update, you can now see projectiles, so it does make it a little bit easier if you are having to tap it a little bit slower at longer ranges to see where your bullets are heading. The M16 isn't for everyone, but if you learn it, it can definitely be a monster. It gives you an extra option on the battlefield. It's nearly everywhere as well. For some reason, you go into a building, there's probably an M16 there. So if you can learn this gun, it just gives you a better chance. Make sure you're crouching, standing still while using the M16. It's a lot harder to use when you're moving. Lots of people forget this, and this is a main thing for any gun. Give the M16 a go. Let me know how you do. We'll be having a look at one of my favorite weapons, the DBS, next week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep updated and see the latest tips and tricks. It's your boy Gamer Nacho. Till next time, peace.
No. Run.
Hey guys,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not.